What is up, everybody? It's me, Duke Farley, back at it again here, and I am with another contestant going into the Ascendance Live Season 3 house this season. Erica, what is up? How are you? What's going on?
You mean I'm not the only person who's playing? I thought that I was guaranteed to win. No, I wouldn't be a very fun game, would it? Uh,
Game of one.
hey, the prod team seems pretty cool, so hanging out with them would be fun. But yeah, what's up is that I am nervous as heck to be playing this, but really excited. It's been like all that's on my mind recently. So
Would you say more excited or nervous? Or both?
oh God, it's both. It's both. It, yeah. I think probably a little bit more nervous, but I know I'm going to enjoy it, and I know I'm gonna be excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun experience. Everybody has always said, wow, this is great to be here. But let's get into some of the questions I have prepared for you, Erica. The first one is really kind of just a real open-ended question to kind of get the viewers to like get to know you a little bit more. So it is describe your perfect day. What are you
My
doing?
perfect
Who are you
day.
doing it with?
Oh,
Where are you going? Anything. Yeah.
oh, geez. So playing Ascendance live obviously is my perfect day, and then winning it. Um,
Great
no,
answer.
it's playing games with friends. It like it's a kind of mundane perfect day, but that's my favorite thing to do. Love board games, card games. Maybe going to an escape room would be really fun. Um, and
There
just
was an
hanging out with
escape
my
room
boyfriend.
in Ascendance Live Season 2.
I did watch that. um, I would love to, and I know that there was an escape room that sponsored uh, some stuff too. So there was like a challenge with an escape room, and then there was also the chance to go to the escape room. So uh, that sounds really fun.
But I cut you off. You said hanging out with your boyfriend as well.
Yeah, yeah. He's really great. So
That's
we
awesome.
share a lot of friends, and
We love great boyfriends.
yeah,
What's your
I
favorite?
got lucky.
What is your favorite board game? You said you're a big board game person.
Oh, geez. So uh, I it not really a board game, but I have a lot of fun with Boggle because I can trounce people in it. Um, like my boyfriend, mom, and dad were all here, and they were playing the three of them as a team against me, where they'd all added their scores together, and it was like relatively even. So
Wow.
that I enjoy winning. But
Yeah.
also I don't know. I'm looking at like my games. I like party games too. Ticket to Ride, Wits and Wagers is a fun one. I've also played Bridge some. It kind of overwhelms me a little bit just because I'll get confused trying to remember what the different bits mean. But Mahjong, lots of old lady retirement home games.
I play a lot of mahjong at work, and
Yeah.
I should probably be working. But let's move on to the next question here. Who from a past season of Ascendance Live would you work with if they were in this season with you?
Oh, geez. Well, it's hard not to pick friends, you know.
Mhm.
Um, but the thing is, I don't really just want to go in and work with my friends, which is the like hard part. I think Erica seemed like a very loyal ally, especially if someone wanted to like really invest in her. I think that a lot of people weren't really doing that in her season, and that was a shame. And so, like, she just always felt like a little bit on the outside. And then, you know, it. I don't think it, like, I think that she deserved more credit for her game than she was given. But also, if I can work with someone who isn't going to be incredibly confident in their final speech, that isn't going to hurt. Um, Again, I don't think she played a bad game, but I think that she had trouble owning it in the end.
It's kind of funny. You have the name Erica. There is an Erica
Yes.
that made it all the way to the end in season two that you're alluding to. And there was another
Yes.
Erica that was a pretty big force in season one. Do you feel like you
Mm-hmm.
got pressure to like uphold the Erica domination in this game?
Um, oh geez, that's a hard one. Um, I definitely felt pressure to exist because my name is Erica. Like I had, messages from both of the other Ericas asking if I would want to apply to this game because my name is Erica. Um,
Wow.
Also from other people because my name was Erica, because they wanted to have an Erica on every season and have that be a tradition. And apparently they reached out to other Ericas in the community too. So that's that's what my
Maybe you're not the
introduction
only Erica.
was.
Maybe you're not the only Erica in this game.
It is definitely possible. But I really feel like you guys should be casting one Erica per season so that next season you won't be out of people when you need it. You need them, because I'm gonna be ready to root on Erica in season 4.
And hell, maybe a couple seasons down the line, game of all Ericas. I don't know.
Oh God,
I don't
Battle
know.
of the Ericas. Maybe we can
Wait,
include some Erics too. So
there's a few.
yeah,
Season 15. Um,
perfect.
I want to give you a scenario here. Say your number one ally in the game is getting targeted very early on, opening
Mm-hmm.
rounds. Are you going to try to flip the vote and save them, or would you let them
Yes.
be eliminated? Oh, okay. You would.
Um, I would try to flip the vote to save them. I think, especially if it's clear that I'm uh that it's like no use and it would be attaching myself to someone who's a sinking ship and people don't already see us together, then I'm willing to let it go. I'm not going to jeopardize my game for somebody else, but I think that having a close ally is worth a lot. And I think that people want to see you working towards keeping people. They want to see that they'll have someone that will fight for them if they want to work with you too. Especially early on, I think that that it's not that like threatening to have somebody who is gonna push to save somebody that they like. you
Right.
know you don't want to be a pushover.
No, definitely not. What is a challenge that you would dominate at?
Oh, puzzles, uh especially word puzzles.
Boggle.
Boggle, yeah. Very much. Like collecting the letter tiles and bringing them back, I feel like I would do probably decently at, although it does involve the running, which I am not decent at. But like, I have words in my head ready to go to, like, you know, rationally is a really good base. If you can get the TION, if you can get the ALLY, then like there's a lot of things you can put, especially with an RA, like, you know, uh,
I don't know, but yeah,
um,
I'm
or
learning.
reactionary, or oh no, that was it. I
Imaginary.
looked it up before. I have it ready on my phone to, like, yeah, precautionary has an RA. Like, that's a long one, but I have a list of things that I plan to look at and, like, the day before, study up, do all that kind of stuff. Um,
Love that.
yeah,
Um,
I also did look up some different knot tying techniques if they do the jailbreak challenge again, where you tie um, the sticks together and pick up a key. I like there are some things that I think I will not win at all, but I still looked up ways to do it better. Like the one where you hold the pole with it, like you have two rings, you're like either pulling them apart or pushing them together. If you sort of twist, you pull with one and push with the other. That's the way that I think it was Adam Klein won on Survivor. Um, and but still, I don't think that I have enough strength, even if I am using a better technique.
Yeah, but it seems like you're going to be working smarter, not harder.
That's the hope.
That's the goal.
Yeah, it's because I cannot work harder that I have to try to work smarter. I don't think that challenge beasting is in my future. Um, I, I'm good at puzzles, but other people are good at puzzles too, especially the kinds of people who want to sign up for this. There were like multiple people that were like, I dominate escape rooms, and I've done like one or two and just really enjoyed it when I did it. But I'm not going to pretend that I'm the best in the room. My game is going to mostly have to rely on social or strategic.
Sleep is a huge factor in Ascendance Live. So,
I'm terrified.
so my question for you is, how many hours can you function on efficiently?
God. Um, it
You
depends how many nights in a row. Um,
say one night.
one night, I don't know. I could probably get away. Like, I'm okay on the day after I don't get sleep, but then the day after that is when I crash. So I don't know. I think that if I got like 4 hours, the Adderall would maybe get me through. You're saying I should get a lot less than that.
I'm just thinking about having a 4 hour night of sleep and how that would just be terrible for me.
It wouldn't be good for me. I'll be honest, like I usually sleep about 9 hours. And I'm exhausted during the day at all times. I take Adderall daily and it gets me to half normal. I wake up at noon or one. Like you know, I'm semi-functional as is. The less sleep I get, the less functional I'll be. But uh like strategizing, playing games, doing that kind of stuff, it being around people, especially new people like that, energizes me. So I think that I may be able to run on some adrenaline. Now, will I be able to think straight? Will I be able to like do any competitions? Will I just randomly collapse and cry if I'm asked to like walk a block's worth? Yeah, probably. That's very
Cross that
likely.
bridge when you get there, though.
Yeah, I have been like I know that there's been an all-nighter in both season 1 and season 2 of Live. I have tried to like also in season 2 of Live there was some agreement that they made one of the nights that they were going to stop gaming and go to sleep. I would love to do that on the all-nighter. I know that there are people that would not stick to that. I am certain of that. But it can give me a reason to target somebody that, you know, is really innocuous, wouldn't threaten other people that I'm going after them later. And, you know, it just gives me an excuse. And as long as I'm not the only one, or as long as, there are a few people that stick to it at least, then I'm not the only one. And I don't like get the target on my back for being the person who's the first to go to sleep. Maybe.
Maybe. Who knows? I want to give you another scenario, though.
Yeah.
So, first of all, I want to say congratulations. You just won the final three captain's challenge for the season. So, you did that. Um, So now you're tasked with choosing between two people to take to the end. And I'm going to give you some descriptions of the two people. The one person is your number one ally in the game. You guys have been working
Mhm.
together, you know, throughout the game.
Yeah.
And it's going to be pretty tough to beat them in the end,
Mhm.
but they're there and they're an option. And then on the other hand, you have somebody that you really just don't like. And
If I can beat them or I have a better chance of beating them, I'm taking them.
okay,
No
well, that
question.
no question at all. You're cutting your
Yeah,
best
I
friend.
mean, if I know that I'm gonna be able to beat them, yeah. Okay, so
Let's say this:
yeah,
it's not 100%, but you think you definitely can beat them.
yeah, I probably would. Um, the possible exception to that is if I see somebody that I know who like I have a relationship with outside of the game that's really strong. There are like maybe 3 people or 4 people in the world that fit that description that I would be scared of hurting my relationship with outside of the game. Um, that like, honestly, no, I wouldn't. I like,
Just the game, right?
yeah, I think I think that everyone that I know that plays orgs would understand that it was a game at that point. I think earlier on, I might be a little bit more hesitant if it's someone that I know well and I feel like it would hurt my relationship with them. I'm really hoping that I see nobody that I know. And even if I know someone, that's fine. Like you have to be in a very select few number of people where I think you would both be offended if I did something against you and that I'm close enough that I would feel like beholden to that. But
Let's pivot this question and
yeah.
say that the person that is your number one ally in the game,
Mm-hmm.
that person's your boyfriend. Would you still cut that person?
Oh yeah. Oh, easy. Oh,
Does, does,
that's
does that
instant,
make
yes.
does that make
Because
that
he
question
would
easier for you?
totally understand. I mean, that's the difference. It if I think that I'm losing a relationship with a close friend, I it's a game. But
He's lost you in
with
Boggle so
him,
many times. It's like,
I've never worked with him in a game. Like we played a couple minis together and always gone after each other.
do you think he's mad that you keep beating him in Boggle?
He gets frustrated about it.
Who wouldn't?
He wants to find games that he can beat me in. Uh, but I do tend to be pretty good at board games in general. So
So there's powers and advantages in this house, right?
yes,
Are you going to be actively looking for those?
yes, of course. I think number one is going to be the social game. So if it's taking me away from the opportunity to connect with people, then I'm not going to be the person who's looking the most. But if I can look with other people and build a bond that way and kind of make a bond that may be social also feel strategic because I'm openly looking with them, then yeah, that's the preferable option.
Yeah.
You don't want to seem like the sneaky one who's going off and looking for advantages too early.
Right.
If you're with a group, you're good.
Yeah. So you've mentioned a lot of this, what I'm going to ask you in this next question, but besides everything that you've mentioned, the knots, the, you know, that one challenge with Adam Klein, you mentioned Winner of
Yeah.
Survivor. Besides all that stuff, what are
Mm-hmm.
you doing to prepare for the game? It's like tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Or you're leaving.
Yeah. I'm thinking constantly. Uh, I am not getting in any kind of shape, which is something I wanted to use this as an excuse to like, go on the treadmill or what. There is none of that. Um, I'm just thinking about like different things that I can do to try to bond with people. Whether it's, I know that alliance names and duo names especially can help you feel more close to a person. A lot of the time I'll get hung up on trying to come up with a name, and so I never come up with the name. Just having a couple that are ready to go in case, obviously something that comes up organically is the best way to go. But if I can't do that, then just having a couple backups you know, is better than nothing, I think. Um, yeah, just watching Ascendance and getting like I bought a watch so that I can tell time without having the phone near me, and I can, see how long did a challenge last and be ready if there's a tiebreaker question about it. Um, all sorts of different stuff like that.
That's awesome. I would not have even thought to think of that.
Yeah.
Um, what's one thing that you want to accomplish with this experience?
Um, so some of it I already have accomplished just by taking the leap. Um, I want it to feel like a successful leap. I want to make friends. I'm hoping to make jury. Preferably, I want to win. I know I've said a lot about trying to win, and that's, I don't enjoy myself if I'm not playing to win, but I enjoy myself even if I lose. And I'm not expecting to win. So I just, I want to have that experience. I want to push myself. I want to bond with people, and yeah,
I think
that's really what I want.
I think that's great. Uh, is there anything else, Erica, that you want to tell me or the viewers before I stop this interview?
Yeah. So
Sure.
one other unique part of my game strategy that I'm planning to bring is that
Okay.
I have my gimmick all ready to go. I am going to be Fuzzy Blanket Girl. Um, so
Who doesn't love
I
a fuzzy blanket?
exactly. So there are a few things behind this. One, I think that it's the kind of thing you can share a fuzzy blanket with someone, like just sit with it on you, and it just makes you more cozy, and sort of bonds you to them. I think that it's a great social mechanic. Um, but one of the big reasons that I was planning on this is that I, like many other women, don't have pants with pockets that are reasonable. And there are a lot of advantages in this game, and hiding them is important. And, you know, I like finding pants that fit is hard enough. Finding them with pockets that would actually fit stuff is not something I've been able to do. So the blanket is a place I can stuff advantages if I need a place to hide them. I also bought some sweaters that I can use for that as well if I'm like in the middle of a challenge or something. I bought like 3 different sweaters that had pockets. That was the like number one thing that they had to have. But I think that you're gonna hide it better in a blanket.
So you're planning on using the fuzzy blankets as not only a social, like here, share my blanket, be my friend,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah,
also a way of hiding advantages.
yeah, and it's also a conversation starter.
But what
Just like,
happens if somebody, like you're trying to bond with somebody and they reach in and they're like, oh, there's a
oh, I
feminine
don't have
power
the
right here.
advantage in there while I'm using it with a person. I
That'd be
stuff the
borderline
advantage in
crazy.
there, and then I walk to my room and stuff it somewhere else. It's just it's like you use a pocket.
Yeah.
you're not going to keep the advantage in your pocket the whole time necessarily. Maybe you would, but
What happens if you find a power and then all of a sudden you're like, all right, let me put it in the blanket. And then as you're going to your room, your friend's like, hey, can I use your blanket? Yikes.
yeah. Um, I don't think they would feel comfortable doing that generally. If I'm noticing that people are gonna do that, then you know,
Scrap
then
the blanket.
maybe strategy is, is changed. But like, I do have the, you know, the sweaters that I could use instead. Um, Also, maybe I just have to buy another blanket.
You
I'm
know what I
not gonna
love?
do that.
You know what I love is that you have, the backup plan to the blanket, which is the sweaters. It seems like
Mhm.
you have a lot of backup plans, which honestly, more power to you.
Yeah, because especially when I was seeing like having stuff hidden in challenges, I'm not going to be holding my blanket in the middle of a challenge. So,
That'd be crazy. Um, well, Erica, I am super excited to watch the gimmick of the blanket, watch you play this season, all the preparation that you seem to have, already put into this game. It's exciting and it'll be awesome to watch how that happens.
yeah. My prediction for the season is that none of it is going to come in handy. Um, and that there's a decent chance I'll be out early just because if they see that I'm over prepped, if I can't like hold that part back, then it ends up seeming way more threatening than it is. And that doesn't work well. But it's the way my brain works. So
Well, let's
gotta
hope
roll
that
with
you
it.
don't. Let's hope that that doesn't happen. You don't go out early like you just mentioned. I don't think that's going to happen. And I wish you good luck in the season.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.